Okay, I didn't find it in the directions, but I found it in the other little thing that showed all the parts and stuff. And the Allen wrench is, see, right there. That's to tighten that handle up, okay? And sure enough, there's a hole underneath there in case this gets wonky or if it ever starts leaking years down the road. Use the Allen wrench to take this part off. And here's a funny thing. As I was looking around, I saw this. Look at this. It's just a little thin plastic washer. I'm like, oh my gosh, where does that go? I didn't even see that from before. And I didn't see it in the directions over here, but over here, see, when I put everything in from underneath, you're supposed to put the little plastic thin washer up first against the counter, then the metal washer, then the nut. I don't really know what good that's going to really do. That, I didn't do it. I'm not going to disconnect everything now, so my loss is your gain. Okay? I just have it tight up underneath, you know, with the metal washer and the nut. Okay? I was thinking at first maybe this Allen wrench was somewhere for this so it wouldn't go all the way around. But there's nothing there. Isn't that just seems kind of odd to me that they would do that and get it so that you could have it way over here and turn the water on. I'm never going to do that, but you know, we're just going to be careful with it. But I thought there might be something in there for that, but there's nothing there. And I just am kind of amazed at that. But see, on the directions it'll show you how to clean your aerator, and here's some maintenance care. So save this, save your Allen wrench, save your little wrench here, save your directions. You never know if you're going to need it, right? Okay, so that's it for your install. I'm going to choose to turn the water on later. I mean, I guess I could turn it on now and then I could check for leaks and stuff, but then I'm going to be, if somebody comes by here and accidentally hits this, I'm going to get water down on me because I don't have anything hooked up just yet. So I think, for the sake of argument, I'm leaving the waters off. And the only thing I could think of is after I turn the water on, and once I unscrew this and get this out of here, flush that out, I'll have to look down here, run the water for a while, and then make sure I don't have any drips on either one of those. I got those pretty tight, but you don't want to go too much. And so after I have the water on for 5 minutes or so, I'll check it. If I got one slight little drip on one of those, then I'll tighten it just a 1/16 of a turn and then check it again. And then if it's still leaking, go another 1/16. The last thing you want to do is really crank down on there and find out you're going to cause another leak or mess up the threads. Okay? Be careful with that. And as for that weight, I'll mess around and monkey around and stuff, and I can't figure out anything better to do. Look, here's just a little bag that's got little bubbles on it. I could rip this in half and wrap that around the copper pipe, and then put some masking tape on it and some duct tape, whatever. Wrap duct tape around the back side of that. Wrap this around this or something, you know, just to quiet it down. So check things out and figure out how you're going to make that quiet, because the last thing you want is for it to make noise every time you pull this down. Okay? All right, enough of that. On for the next step. Well, it took me longer to explain stuff than to actually do the job, okay? But that's what you get with my videos, so that you know that if I can do it, you can do it. Okay, so just in review, if you get something like this, you get the soap dispenser for no extra cost, basically, and you don't have to buy 2 of these water lines. If your old sink came off and you had two water lines like this, you don't have to use those. Or if you get a different type of sink where you have to use the water lines, maybe your old water lines, now's the time to replace those. Those could cost $6.50 each, or a little bit more depending on the lengths. You can get them in 12-inch, 16-inch, and 20-inch. And I got them. I got the 20-inch and the 16-inch because I wasn't sure which ones I was going to need for this. Little did I know, until I looked at this more closely, I didn't need either one, as you saw. Okay, so I saved money because I didn't have to buy those new, and I saved because I didn't need to get this separate. Okay, when you buy it in a set, it's a lot cheaper, obviously, than buying them separately. This was a fister. You don't have to get fister. You can get whatever you want. And but look and see what it comes with. If you got any questions, and if it doesn't tell you on the outside of the box, ask the plumbing associate in that department. Hey, can I open this? Because if I like it, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to buy it. Okay, take a look at it before you get it, so you know what kind of parts and what type of savings you're going to have, right? Okay, and it really didn't take that much knowledge to do that. And you're saving because you didn't have to have the plumber come by. All right, on to the next video. Hey, speaking of this nice stainless steel sink unit we used a heavier gauge stainless steel, 16 gauge. There's another size too, and Uvati, and here's the model number right there. And before you throw the box away, look what's so cool with this. It comes with your basket strainers, a set of 2. Now obviously we're only going to use 1 because the garbage disposal comes with its own, and you need a different one to hook up to the garbage disposal. Then it has 2 drain covers, and it has 2 rinse grids, a set of 2. Look at that. And those are nice to have so that when you're rinsing off your dishes and stuff, that prevents the bottom from getting all scratched up. That's the last thing you want to see with stainless steel sinks, is scratches in them, and I always hated that. That's why when we got ready to install this new countertop, I was thinking all the way, let's not go with stainless steel. It scratches up so much, and when you get a scratch, it looks awful, and you try to fix the scratch and it just gets worse. And you leave these little grids down in the bottom, and that prevents a lot of the scratches, and you just have to be careful with stainless steel. This sink unit was less than, I think it was less than $200, and the cast iron porcelain type sink under counter one for like this was going to be, I don't know, the standard ones were like over $1,000, and yet we couldn't find the right sequence that we wanted, and we were going to have to special order. It was going to be like $1,300, and I thought, you know, let's not do that. Let's go ahead and put the stainless steel sink in. It really looks nice. We got the nickel finished here, the nickel finished trim. The new microwave that's coming is going to be stainless steel. The stove is going to be stainless steel. The refrigerator is going to be stainless steel. The dishwasher is going to be stainless steel. And it's going to be the type of stainless steel that when you put your finger on it, you don't leave your oily fingerprints, but yet it's not the fake stainless steel either. It's from Samsung. It's quite nice. It looked really nice at the store. So think about different things like that before you decide what type of sink to use. And we were getting ready, the installers put this in, and Momi was getting ready to throw the box away, and I said, hey, I'll throw the box away. Then I forgot all about making sure to pull all this stuff out of the box. So before you do anything, before you throw your box away, get the stuff out of it, okay? And we're going to end up using one of these sink strainers. The other one we're not going to use, but of course I'm not going to throw it away. I'll save it for something. I may never use it. I may give it away to somebody, but I'll have all the other stuff. And then I can throw the box away. Okay? Remember that. All right. Guess I can mark that off my list. Well, that's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos. And what am I going to talk about next time? Well, I'm just not quite sure yet. It might be how to install this sink strainer or the garbage disposal. We made the determination, Mommy made the determination. She wants the new garbage disposal on this side and the sink strainer mechanism on the right hand side. Does it matter which side you put the garbage disposal? No, not really, but it's good that it is on the left hand side because that's where it was before, and it's just going to make sense because the drain outlet is over here on the right, and you hook up the garbage disposal over to the sink and then straight down to a trap and then the trap over. If the garbage disposal was over here and the trap was over here, we'd have a long section where the trap comes out and then a couple pipe extensions all the way over to the outlet, and cutting that off and all that kind of stuff, putting a 45-degree angle on there or an eighth turn of 22.5 degrees. That's something we'll talk about later. But for the next video, you'll just have to keep watching to find out what I do.